Hey loves, I'm back with another video. If you did not know who I am, my name is Cami. This is Cami's Safe Space, and welcome if you're new. And if you are a viewer that's normally watching my videos, as you know on the previous video, I said that it was going to be a great weekend, coming home, Halloween, having family time, family night. Didn't none of that happen. When I tell you none of that happened, not a damn thing happened. And the reason why things didn't happen the way that they did was because it was a rough weekend. It was a terrifying weekend.
It's very rough.
You know, of course, I am the step parent, and the things that I'm about to explain in this video, I need at least one parent to be able to, I'm getting permission from my husband.
She has permission to talk about the incidents that happened over this weekend.
And these incidents is involving my bonus money.
And we're not going to drop names of the other party.
No, we're not going to do any of that because, this is going under investigation, basically.
Yeah, it's an ongoing investigation.
It's an ongoing investigation, and I can't go into names and all that. But I can explain to you that as a parent, we're on our way home from work. We already stopped. We went and got other things that we needed for our little family night. We even bickered a little bit, the norm.
Yeah.
But, I was off for the weekend. He was off for the weekend. Everything was going to be good. Now, don't get weekends off, it's not together. We don't get days off together. So, getting this little weekend off was going to be great. Halloween, we celebrate. We was going to have a bonfire, gumbo, s'mores, have a good time.
We got the s'mores after all this.
Oh yeah, we had to stop and we had to go get the girls' friend or whatnot from her house. So I think everything happened the way it happened for a valid reason. When I go further into the story, is the reason why we were out so long. I believe that was God. I believe that was God because it took us forever to get to the house. But anywho, after we went and we got Kamaya and Rihanna's friend, we were on the way to the house, of course. And from where her friend lives and the house is a good 20 minutes, maybe. So we were 5 minutes into getting on that journey back to the house. So we had about 15 minutes left before we got home. We got a call. Tristan is, he's crying in a sense, but he's hurting. And he's saying, you need to get home, I got jumped. For a split second, I'm like, okay, it's Halloween, they pranking us. Y'all stop. This is not funny. But he's continuously saying, I got jumped. And then he started breaking up because we were in the back roads and we couldn't hear what he was saying. And the signal was going out. Then I was getting a call from my son. Then he called back. I heard my other kids, my girls screaming and saying, I really couldn't understand what they were saying. But at that point, I went into panic mode. My husband went into panic mode. The little truck that we borrowed and whatnot, we had to do about 70 in it, which wasn't that great.
Step out just for a minute because Trisha's mother wants me to call her real quick.
Oh, okay. But when I tell you that was a terrifying ride home, that was very terrifying. When I tell you we drove and it felt like we was driving for an eternity, that's what it felt like. It felt like it took us forever to get to the house because they kept calling and the calls kept dropping. My son was trying to call. We get to the house, we got the EMTs there, we got about 3 or 4 cars there. I'm like, what happened? We get to the house, I'm getting in, I'm snapping already because I'm upset. Like, who jumped my son? Like, who would do something like this? He's over there. He's sitting, in the kitchen and whatnot. EMTs, they're, doing what they're doing to him, assisting him, making sure he's good. And I just see blood everywhere. I see blood on the floor, blood all on the arm. When he can't, just everywhere he went, there was blood. When I tell you it was bad, it was bad. So what I'm hearing from, the story that, I wasn't there. I'm hearing from the girls, Rihanna. Usually, okay, my son, he got a little money or whatnot. So he was like, okay, Tristan, and go to the store. That's the norm. We live in a small town. No violence is ever here. Nothing never happens here. Kids walk to the store. When I tell you the little restaurant, little store or whatnot front is literally about 800 feet away, not far. It's not far. Okay, he went there. He's 15. He went there, you know, ordered food, came back, and then when he went back that second time, okay, it's these dudes, I guess, they've been into it with for a couple days. But nobody really paid any mind to it because it wasn't like big. Like they said whatever they gotta say to each other. I don't know what what stemmed from all this. I don't really know the backstory to that. But I guess that stemmed into the next day, which don't justify what happened. Because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you pictures. I will not show y'all the video because the video hurt me, and we will not want to put that video out there unless you personally know my stepson and you from here or you done seen the video already. You've seen it because it was leaked from the boy. But I have the video personally, and that hurt the family to see what I saw. So no, I'm not going to show you the video. But I will show you pictures of the aftermath when he was in the house and the EMTs and everything. So listen to the story first. Don't go over the video just to see that. Just listen to what I'm saying, because when I tell you this was a rough weekend. Like, I don't know what it's been with all my off days, but it's been one thing right behind the next. I have not had like a off day where I am just relaxed. I have not had that in weeks. But this, I could say, has been the worst 2 off days I've had because it's been so consumed into this. But anywho, after the EMTs left, you know, the police was called. Kamaya called the police. But let me go back to the part where, okay, they told him to go to the store. When he went to the store, that's when the fight happened. That's when the boy literally... In the video, I can explain some of the video to you. In the video, the boy, you know, confronted Tristan. Tristan did not want to, he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight. Me being from Chicago, I'm seeing like 3 or 4 warning signs. This boy is about to fight you. Tristan is not the kind of person that knows when a person is about to fight them. Like, he probably had a feeling, an inkling, but at that point, if somebody walking up to you, trying to confront you about something, you getting back, they coming forward, you trying to walk up, they stopping you, throw that chicken down, snatch your shit off, do what you gotta do. You got 2 things you can do. A, get ready to fight. B, run. Now, in my opinion, I think Tristan should have ran, but I guess he was too scared to or whatnot, and what happened. The boy hit him. Now, I'm not going to lie, the boy didn't get that great of a punch, but he hit him. He hit him. And he slammed him on the floor. That's how he got on the floor. And that's when he began to hit him more. Like, hit him some more. When I tell you the way I'm explaining it, seems like, okay, boys will be boys. No. Tristan is 15. This boy is 17. Tristan he don't fight. He fights no one. Like, the whole plan was, okay, he went, he got his brother's food. He probably told him, get you something too. And it was supposed to have a good time, you know, play video games, wait till we get to the house. We have a little family night. That was the plan. But when I tell you, that was the scariest call. That was the scariest call ever, because I'm just like, how can this happen? Why did it happen? Why would he do that? You know, he came, they said, okay, Rihanna basically said, my youngest daughter, said she was sitting on the couch or whatnot, and he came bursting through the door, screaming, saying he got jumped. You know, shocked. You know, he was fight or flight instinct. He flew. Okay. At first, you know, she thinking, I'm laughing like, okay, what, a dog chased you? But when she saw all the blood, that's when she got upset. And then when Jalen's, my oldest son, found out what happened, he has anger issues. So I can imagine how angry he was. He tried to leave out to go and find the boy. Then we had Kamaya's boyfriend who was over, who was upset as well. So that was 2 people. Kamaya, my oldest daughter, which is the middle child, She is kind of level-headed. No, you guys don't need to leave out. You're two black men. You can't just leave out and go and try to fight people. Especially, no, I'm just going to say that, white folks. I can tell you that much. You can't just go out and go try to fight them. No, not in this predominantly white town. You can't go out and do things like that. So she got them calm, and I'm glad she did, because we don't know how that would have went. When I tell you, okay, the night was ruined, nobody, it was just, and, the EMTs was looking at me crazy, because I came in the door and I was snapping, like, what happened? What the fuck? Like, who the fuck, I was throwing F-bombs, everything that you can think of to throw out there. And they looking at me all crazy and shit. I mean, what did you expect me to come in? What happened, Tristan? Is everything okay? We're gonna find them. We're gonna get them. We're gonna press charges. Not me, not I. I'm not that parent. That's just not me. So, anywho, the police came or whatnot. They got the statements from everybody. So the boy ended up lying to the police because he got on this little hayride or whatnot, because the people next door know him. And you know how that went. He got away. So he was online talking shit. It was just a lot. And I really want my husband to come in here and finish up the story with me, the story time, because it was so much, and it's beginning to be a blur to me, because we've been dealing with this for 2 days. We've been dealing with this Friday, Saturday, and maybe 3 days. You can say, 2.5 days we've been dealing with this. We've been dealing with the extent of everything. His mom ended up taking him to the emergency room. He had a broken nose, so he has to go and see a ear, nose, and throat doctor. My phone ended up dying on me, but anywho, like I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. I hate when I do that, and when I'm, talking about things, and all of a sudden I can't really remember what I was talking about at that point. All I know, like these 3 days, y'all, it's been rough. It's really been rough. Like I said, Tristan, he went to the emergency room with his mother, and they said that his nose is broken, and he has to see a ENT specialist. So we gotta look for that. He also has a cardiology appointment that was already coming up on the 11th. He has to go that. Yes, he has heart issues, and he had open heart surgery years ago, and that's always being checked annually and semi-annually sometimes. So he's got to go back and get that checked out anyway. That was already planned for him to go to the heart doctor. But, yeah. I don't know if I'm missing any. That's like a lot of stuff that I'm missing. It's so much stuff that happened. I just can't remember everything verbatim. I can't remember everything. It was a lot. I don't know what's going on out there. But anywho, I'm really trying to think. You got anything to say?
Well, it's going to be handled. We're pressing charges. It's an investigation still going on. She probably covered majority of it. I just had to go and talk to the mother, the biological mother. So, he's going to be out of school for a while, but he's going to be doing his work at his mother's house. So
it's
just a lot. It's these
past
past 2 weeks has been something.
It's been draining. I already know the past 2 weeks with the car breaking down. We're borrowing somebody else's. We're trying to come up with a down payment to get another car or get his mom's car. It's a process with doing that. I dealt with Kamaya's tooth the last week before that, got that taken care of. And now this. This probably, I would say, is the worst.
Yeah.
This is the worst because you can get a car, whatever. Rayanne, Kamaya, she was in pain. We fixed that. But this here, with a child, now I'm not going to say just not anybody deserves stuff like that, but I'm from Chicago. I'm not saying I'm from the streets, but I've seen boys get into it with people, get jumped, fight, bounce right back. It is different when you have a child that's not violent, that doesn't cause trouble, that don't bother anybody. That's the thing that blows me. Because I can't show you all that video. I will not disclose that video because it's been circulated enough by the boy. I'm not going to sit there. It's part of evidence, and it's no way that I would.
It's pretty graphic, and don't nobody really want to see that.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to see it, and if you're from Saline or you're around in the neighboring areas, you probably already seen it anyway. But if anybody else that's not from here and hasn't seen it, I wouldn't want to just put that out there. I mean, I'm letting you know how it happened, what the boy did, how the boy surrounded him, and yes, he hit him. He didn't knock him down. He had to throw him down. When he threw him down, he kept hitting him. And to the other person that was behind the scenes, the cameraman, and yes, I'm going to say man because the person that was behind the camera is older than the boy that hit him. And that really pisses me off because you should have told your friend, look, he is too young. Don't even do that. Had a level head. So I still want, yes, we need to press charges on him as well because you sat here and you recorded something to that extent, and I don't care about him telling him to stop. You should have told him not to do it at all. So it is definitely a lot. He's a very disrespectful child, troubled, needs some help, and I want to pray for him. I pray that he does get help. But at the end of the day, we got a call from his brother, and his brother seems level-headed. He's the one that is raising him, and he is trying his best to try to fix the situation. It will be hard to fix, but I'm glad that he is an understanding person, and he's not that type of parent where hey, I heard this, because that's what we thought. But I said, you know what, we're going to hear him out and hear what he has to say, because there's nothing that he's going to be able to say to fix this, because we thought that, he was going to defend, that's what most family do. They try to defend that type of situation. They would try to defend their family, but, he's saying do whatever it is that we have to do, and he understands there won't be no ill will, because, his brother needs some help. He really does. So, I know I'm not really missing too much. I think I've gotten everything out. I'm probably going to think of more things that I should have said. It's just that it is so draining. I am going back to work in the morning, and when I tell you this whole weekend has been about this, that's what it's been about. And this is a very small town, and we got enough information, we got enough information who the boy is, who the person was behind the camera. Do we find out who he was? I think we got the name, but we really need to get that straightened out too, because we need charges pressed against him too, because he had no business doing that. I want him, locked up too, because it's ridiculous. But I'm going to end this video with that and show y'all the extent of his injuries, but I cannot show you the video, and I'm just gonna let that be that. And yeah, hopefully I can have other videos that are better than this, because this is not what I expected. I was supposed to be showing y'all, us having, our family night with our bonfire and our gumbo and all that, and he wasn't present, and I was not in the vlogging mood. I just wasn't, and I knew that I had to get this out, but I'll be coming on here with more videos and keeping y'all updated on the status of what's going on with Tristan. Right now, he's at his mom's house. He's getting better slowly but for surely, and he's going to be doing his schoolwork there, because mentally there's no reason to send him to school, especially in a small town, because we know all they're going to do is bombard him with a bunch of questions. I know he don't want to deal with that. So yes, he is taking a 5-day break from school, and he will resume back the following Monday. So, for anybody that's new, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And for the people who've been, hanging on me this whole time, leave a comment. And like I was saying, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I am going to see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.